Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today. My name is Dina Igoe, and I am the Director of Communications at the National Institute of Metalworking Skills, or NIMS. Today, I'm presenting on behalf of our Executive Director, Montez King. Hopefully you had a chance to watch his video of his story and his very compelling and powerful personal journey in manufacturing. And I would like to share with you some key considerations as you consider your manufacturing journey, right from the words of our own executive director, Montez King. But before we do that, I wanted to tell you a little bit about our organization. NIMS is a 501c3 nonprofit that was formed in 1995 to develop and maintain a globally competitive American workforce. Today, we are a nationally recognized validator of performance through practical experiences, those that reflect the manufacturing industry. Our mission is to provide world-class training solutions that enable collaboration between really everybody: educators, manufacturers, policymakers, community-based organizations, all in a joint effort to increase the skills of the manufacturing workforce. As you can see before you, today we'll be going through, in the words of Montez King, of our 3 questions that get asked all the time. And I want to share actually what Montez would say to answer these 3 key questions, and something for you guys to think about as you enter the workforce. So the first question is, will there be an enduring impact of the coronavirus pandemic on graduates? I'm sure everybody's thinking about this, and this is a very important question. There will definitely be an enduring impact on graduates. As the leader of the organization, Montez says, I have been challenged with overhauling our products and services to be scalable and sustainable in the coronavirus and post-coronavirus economy. We have had to figure out very quickly how we need to pivot in the delivery of our services to operate successfully in our new contactless marketplace. These solutions can be in favor of a future workforce, as this generation is comfortable using technology, as you guys know. However, contactless environments can also have an extremely negative impact on individuals that rely on face-to-face work environment and workplace socialization for stability. This is not necessarily realized until one is faced with contactless interaction for an extended amount of time. Young graduates, as yourselves, must find ways to maintain stability, engage with their colleagues, and network with peers, and also learn to be productive regardless of their environment, as confidence in face-to-face work environments will take years probably to fully recover. The second question that comes up rather frequently is, what type of skills will young graduates need when they enter the workforce in the coming years? This is a great question, and here is Montez's response. Young graduates must first realize the new economy and distinguish between the old. This is really the key for recognizing needed skills beyond what your counselors or parents may suggest. The new economy reveals that 50% of the jobs in the US workforce will require performance validating credentials, something that's less than a 4-year degree, but more than a high school diploma. These needed credentials are skill related rather than typical learning degrees, which are your 4-year degrees. This is due to an economy that relies heavily on practical and technical skills to remain or become competitive. Despite an overwhelming demand for a skilled workforce, young graduates are choosing a path of learning credentials due to pressure from peers, family, and career counselors. The perception of a 4-year degree holds an upper class distinction. Holds an upper class distinction for the majority of our communities and pushes our future workforce against the real needs of the new economy. In this new economy, the C's get degrees, but they don't necessarily get the jobs. Another existing challenge that must be explored to better understand the true skills needed to enter our workforce is tunnel learning. This is when someone focuses too heavily on traditional occupation and doesn't acquire related skills. The new economy has shown that occupations are meshing together, guys. This creates gray lines between them. Consequently, young graduates must be able to identify and understand the connectivity between occupations within their chosen industry. Successful companies thrive by having a workforce that operates with seamless connectivity between the needed skill sets. This is very important. In regard to actual skills needed, young graduates should attain skills on some level in technology, regardless of what occupation you choose. This is because technology is, or really truly has already really become the cornerstone of everything. So I want to go through a couple of technology duties that are associated with most occupations. Number one, you gotta be able to write scripts to add functionality to most technology devices that support a business's operations. Programming devices such as robots, machine tools, etc. Programming PLCs, networking devices, creating visual tools, collecting data, contextualizing that data, analyzing it, writing queries, and be able to report out. Those are very important, and these are all associated with really any occupation in manufacturing or other skill trades. And number three, the last question, a lot of people ask Montez, is what experience really stands out on resumes? How do I stand out from the pack? This is a really good and important one for everybody to know. A resume stands out to an employer when a candidate is able to show that they are able to create an experience when they do not have the actual experience on the job. This is when someone sort of reverse engineers a product for better understanding of how it's made and is able to gain practical experiences and clearly explain that on their resume. Young graduates will not likely have enough real-world experience, if any, so they need to be creative in their own way and be able to highlight this on their resumes. This really reveals true potential to prospective employers. So hopefully that was helpful to you all. If you have any questions for Montez or anybody on the NIMS team, please feel free to reach out. The best way to do that is through our website, www.nims-skills.org, and please enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you and bye-bye.